It's a late night Saturday night at THORnews, and there are over 700 earthquakes today on the west coast of the United States, with about 600 of them coming from the Salton Sea in California. And this is after we had two 5.9 earthquakes on the Oregon seam, and we just had a 4.0 happen in Oregon. Plus, it's still super floody in Texas, with Plano reporting over 6 inches in the last 3 hours. I know that sounds like a weird Elon Musk tweet, but it's not. 2021 is crazy. And like, Tay was like, I know you're struggling. I'm like, what do you mean? I got lemon snack pack pudding, butterscotch snack pack pudding. I would say that's a major success. People say, are you drunk? Are you high? I'm like, no, man. We got an eclipse coming up in 5 days, so that eclipse energy is driving us all crazy. And when the sun acts weird, it turns into a gelatinous cube. No, I read that wrong. The gelatinous sun? So you thought the sun was made of plasma? I think the sun is magic and alive. You have misread my mind, man. A new video might change your mind. Oh, okay. Apollo! On June 4th, Apollo Vlevsky of Naperville, Illinois, was observing sunspot AR2829 when this happened. Yeah, it's a mystery. I would guess it's an airplane. Or maybe it's a weather balloon shaped like an airplane. But this dude says apparently the sun is made of jello. So we continue. This is the most jello and pudding references I've ever had in a single video. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Boy, I mistimed this video. The explosion just like disappeared. There was an explosion in Iran. There it is. Hopefully nobody died. If they did, I would definitely be being more solemn. Was it talking about? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Man, the eclipse energy got me acting nuts. And it doesn't even get here for like 4 more days, which is about 100 hours. And if you're under the dark part, you'll get to see it. Magnitude 4.0 earthquake at Mount Hood, Oregon. Shout out to the Army. You guys are awesome. Yeah, it's hurricane season, and usually 4 or 5 days after every single hurricane, we watch out for a big super major storm. These are to be watched for now and going this way. It won't be the 14th or 15th for like 9 more days. Yeah, bro. It is still raining a lot in a lot of places, and one of those being the city I live in. There was a major, massive fire in Arizona today. This is a crazy, creepy-looking tornado in Alberta, Canada today. Maybe it was more of a monster? And check out this wicked outflow boundary in Colorado today, brought to us by Radar Omega. Boom, bang, bing. That is impressive. If you're into outflow boundaries, then this outflow boundary is into you. Yeah, sure, on some level, which is like every level, the world keeps getting doomier, crazier, gloomier, wilder. And somehow I maintain my optimism. But hey, with Jupiter in Pisces with Neptune, we're expecting a lot of widespread rain through July. It's likely this week with a chance of rain showing up every day. What's bringing us so much rain? And what are those daily chances really mean? Oh man, I gotta click the link to find the answers. My attention span is too short. I'm dropping it like it's hot and forcing myself to be in a good humorous mood. I miss Saturday Night Live. This is impressive. So you got right now, as is happening, you got all those earthquakes down here. And you got earthquakes up here. You got fires down here. There's a lot happening. And then you got like big stormies through Colorado's up there. Rain shaft lovers unite. Why does everybody always got to be so sexual these days? And can't we add some females to the mix? Is that even legal? Are men still allowed to talk about women in a way like, hey, that fine ma'am over there, I find her attractive? Or whatever. I'm not talking about Billy. Billy's a dude, man. Oh, The Big Lebowski is now on Netflix. But yeah, it's raining like all the time in a lot of places. Not that there's anything wrong with it, you know, because a lot of times rain relieves drought conditions, and there's drought conditions in like Nevada and Arizona and California, but there are definitely not drought conditions in Houston. Here we're looking at a smoke plume showing up on radar in Phoenix, Arizona. And Radar Omega has a wildfire color table for reflectivity. Check it out. And if you want to, subscribe to whatever package they're offering. They seem to do a decent job. Wildfire season 2021 is happening in Russia. 170 firefighters and a BE-200 amphibious place are on the way from Khabarovsk to Yakutia to help fight wildfires. Shout out to all the first responders out there across the globe who are helping keep people safe and civilization standing. I know y'all had a rough couple of years. Jeez, man. Yeah, apparently it was on the St. Andreas Fault. And here's the deal, man. You come here for the jokes and for the truth telling. And like I've been saying, 2021 is a volcano advent calendar. You know, last month we had it happen in the Congo. The month before that, it was in the Caribbean. The month before that, it was in the Iceland. The month before that, it was in the Etna. The month before that, it was in Guatemala. And so I've been asking, like, what volcano eruption are we going to get in June? And what month do you think there'll be a volcano eruption on the west coast of the United States of America? And so to have like 600 earthquakes and a 5.2 right under the Salton Sea, which is a weird place. If you've been following me for 8 years or 5 years or 3 years, you know, I'm like, all the stories and all the things about Salton Sea, look into it. It's a weird place. And thank you to everybody again. I made rent and I made electricity and I had enough to buy pudding. But I'm like $479 short of the June fundraiser, which is good in one fashion because it allows me to be more relaxed on the microphone. So it's like the best of both worlds. I get to be totally relaxed and chill and see if I can make a joke that'll get me canceled. But it's going to have to be really good and from the heart, something that I mean, or whatever. What was it talking about? Oh, it's hurricane season. This is by Guatemala. I think I'm really good and I'm totally underpaid. Anyway, I love my job. So I put out a video on June 4th called The Bitcoin Batman. I highly recommend you watch it. It is excellent. It is edited. And then, like 10 hours later, Anonymous put out a video calling out Elon. And Batman is a metaphor for Saturn. And Saturn is a metaphor for karma. And I guess karma is a metaphor for justice. So on May 8th and earlier, I was telling you guys that starting on May 13th through July 28th, when Jupiter moves forward into Pisces with Neptune, we're going to see a lot of rain, and Saturn will be all alone in Aquarius. And so whatever cryptocurrencies karma, good or bad, was going to happen, was coming to roost after the 13th. And so you've seen Bitcoin. I mean, when I made this post, Bitcoin was $58,000. Dogecoin was 72 cents. Now, Bitcoin is at $36,000. And Dogecoin is at 37 cents. And so I'm just saying that this is a really good video. You should watch it. And part 2 is going to be great. I should take a time machine back to before this video so I could warn myself to warn y'all that I've gone crazy, but in a fun kind of Saturday night way. Yeah, the current, going back 1,600 years, found that circulation is weaker now than any other point in that span. Earth changes have started. The sun is changing, Earth is changing, the solar system changing. It's like the whole universe is changing. Are we going to adapt and survive? I think we will. Asteroid Fight Club is a pretty fancy group. Who knows? Maybe June's my last month. Maybe it's anybody's last month. You know, the future's never guaranteed for us. Andy Hazelton, definitely starting to see some signs and model guidance of possible formation of a Central American gyre, maybe 1 or 2 associated tropical cyclones in about a week or 10 days. So now we're talking about the possibility of 2 hurricanes around that date, the 14th-ish. You know, 5 or 4 days after the eclipse, which is like a total hard THORnews rule. Clyde might be king, but I'm a Texas Ranger, you little shit. I need to get to Venus. Bend the knee. You first, ma'am. Hey, all my crushes should show up to the Sam Turner and the Cactus Cats show at the Red Dwarf in Houston on June 24th, 1011 McGowan Street. Doors open at 8. I don't think they'll go until like 10 or 11. I'll let you know ahead of time. But all my crushers should be there because there will be live music and drinking and hopefully good times. And everybody there is going to be keeping it trill. So I looked up the sun today and I was like, hey, son, are you going into Grand Solar Minimum? And the son was like, oh, no. Who told you that dumb shit? And I was like everybody on the YouTubes. It's weird. The hotter it gets outside and the more sunspots the sun gets, the more I hear people talking about the sun's going to sleep. Like, are you guys crazy? Have y'all separated in two different universes? Maybe we have. But seriously, shout out to Taylor and the Grand Solar Minimum Mini Ice Age gang. It is a lot of fun, you know. The whole like 1-2 back and forth, whatever. I do enjoy me some daily dunking. Shit is crazy, man. Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm starting to think the Eclipse energy is seeping into my bones and my brain now. I might be acting a little out of the extraordinary. I hope you guys can handle it. If not, you may unsubscribe at any time. So I'm just reminding y'all, Trump had to deal with Saturn all in 2020, and I don't think he dealt with it well, and he's out of office. And if you play that dumb game where people on the left, when Trump says something dumb like he did tonight where he goes, we have to defend our freedoms. Or if when Joe Biden says something dumb like, my chocolate chip cookies as delicious as stimulus or whatever. You know, I don't know. We all misspeak at times, especially when speaking live. What was it talking about? Oh, yeah. So Trump dealt with Saturn all through 2020 and lost. And so I'm just saying, the cryptocurrency guys can learn the lessons of 2020. I guess it might be kind of late now. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, you don't get too cocky, man. And definitely don't get too cocky in 2021 because the future is so uncertain about, like, all things right now. God, I highly recommend everybody staying cool. It's like even my hackers and my haters who I've really been dealing with for like 6 weeks, hardcore. It's like they want me to go away before hurricane season. It's like, man, can't we all just enjoy the road to July 4th and maybe have a great July? Why do people got to be dicks all the time, man? Like, it don't affect me. Nobody's hurt my feelings in years because I got good shields. I'm just saying. I don't know, man. Let's have good times again. And to do that, people who disagree on things have to understand that, like, yo, man, there's 7 billion people. We all disagree on a lot of shit. As long as we're not robbing, raping, molesting, stealing, that, like, let's calm the fuck down. Look, man, all these moons have the same glaze. Wait, what? Tay got jokes, though. She'd be like, are you going to buy a bed frame? And be like, no, I still sleep on the couch, even though I got a mattress. I have no children. But man, Colorado looks high. All right. I mean, like, high, dude. I see it. I totally see it. Seems like the number one weapon atmospheric defense team uses to fight hurricanes and tropical cyclone development is dry air. As at least one of the multiple tools they have at their discretion disposal, or whatever. So yeah, saying it again. Here I am working on Saturday night. That's because Monday, Tuesday's my weekend. That's what a crazy 3 weeks it's been. Dada boo, if I mentioned this already, yeah, we may have 1 or 2. You know, we're definitely watching 9 to 10 days from now. 4 or 5 days after that solar eclipse. So here we are. We got the latest GFS rolling right off the presses. And I'm sitting here watching it with you. Although I think more and more people have started to go out on the weekends. Technically, I guess I didn't go out because I can't afford to. I could have wanted to, but I think Selena's mad at me. She kind of disappeared. She turned her hair blonde and then just vanished. I was like, what the heck? What? Are you mad at me? Did you fall in love? If you found love, I'm very happy for you. Either way, are you watching this latest GFS model run? No, it is not showing any type of hurricane development, but it's definitely showing what may or may not be tropical depression development and just a ton of rain and moisture coming out of the atmosphere. It's coming out of the ground. It's coming out of the ocean. It's coming out of the drones. It's coming out of the satellites. I don't know. It's coming out of a lot of places. And look at that. So, yeah, you're seeing multiple, like three lows, 4, 5. Like, shit's about to get crazy, dude. So, yeah, I'm super grateful that I definitely have enough money to pay my bills for the next 10 days. That is good news. Because every day, but I had some thin pork chops tonight. I cooked. I soaked them in butter and probably put too much salt and pepper. They're so delicious, though. So who knows? I could die of a heart attack. I'm a little bit overweight. I don't know if you knew that. I feel like we're close enough now that I can share intimate details like that with you. Look at all those lows, man. Look at all those lows. So yeah, that's what I do. I do it really pretty well. But I guess I might be weird for some people. Who knows what's going to happen next? But this video's going on very long. I feel like you might be lonely. So I'm here for you. Yep, try to keep you entertained. Did I put a smile on your face? Did it make you laugh? Or did I just trigger you, make you mad? I hope not. But yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Ain't that shit crazy? At some point, this is the reoccurring atmospheric river we've been talking about for years. A low pressure, a hurricane is going to connect to this thing and smack us in the face. We best be ready. We're too busy fighting with each other over dumb shit to totally upgrade everything. And it would make me sad on days that I allow myself to be sad, but today's not one of those days. If I'm reading this correctly, things might be a bit unstable in Ontario in a weather fashion at the moment or earlier. All right. I'm wrapping this one up in fish sauce. I'm trying not to be too weird, but it's not working. So, oh, no. Stonk. If you couldn't read it properly, he was saying stonk before he left. Stonking. Not so stonking. Doom, doom. Stonking Great Ridge Alert. This is for you guys, England. We're still in the game for the next weekend to see strong ridge of high pressure bring very warm, large, dry weather. Okay. Summer hasn't even started, and here we're looking at the 1-year difference of Folsom Lake. Shows exactly what extreme drought is doing to water levels throughout California. The water level on this reservoir is down to an insane 52 feet from this time last year, and dry land is starting to appear in the middle of the lake. So yeah, we're having supply chain shortages with like lumber, microchips, food, and so water's probably next up on the mix. You're talking California, Arizona, Utah. At some point in time, hopefully, though, we're going to just stop fighting and be like, you know what? We should stop being little bitches and work together as a team. It's kind of like in the movies, you know? I've gone too far. That's a dang good biscuit right there. Baby, what a shame. Ganymede. All right. Stay cool. God bless everyone.